You can't really get by just being you. I don't care how much money you got, but you're gonna definitely need a white friend on speed dial. Tony, you want to bring us up to speed on the couple and their appraisal?
Yeah, there was a couple in California who had a white friend pose like they were the homeowners. So when they posed as the homeowners, the white couple, the house appraised for more money. And you know that they were kind of outdone because it's like, what is this? What's this about? It went up several $100,000 being appraised as a house that belonged to someone who was white, as opposed to someone who was black, which is insane.
But we knew that already.
We did,
Yeah,
but I mean, still, like you're still stunned when you hear about that.
Yeah. It was. I think I know the story. It was like almost like $500,000 more.
It was definitely,
yeah.
yeah. It was.
It wasn't like 100,000. It was definitely like five hundred
No,
thousand dollars more.
yeah, it was $500,000. It went up $500,000. The appraisal, and the funny thing is, but they got an appraisal from the appraisal company. They bought the house from another black family, but they got the house appraised, and the house appraised for $800,000. Then they spent $400,000 in renovations. They added a new floor, they added a fireplace, they added new flooring and windows and all these renovations that would double the value of the house. And when this appraiser came out, who just so happened to be, not saying that she was racist, but she happened to be an older white lady, they got the house appraised for $800,000 before they started doing the renovations. They put another $400,000 into the house, adding a fireplace, flooring, all just everything, like an entire floor. And they got the house appraised again, and the price came back at $900,000. And so they went back and forth via email with the company, with the appraisal company, and they were granted a second email. So they called one of their white friends and said, "Hey, we think that we've been discriminated because of the color of our skin. Do you mind, do you mind standing in for us, pinch hitting for us, basically at this appraisal, and just to make sure that we're not that it is what it is, and that they're just appraising our house." When their white friend brought over pictures of her family, put them in the house, made the house look like it was hers. The house appraised for 1.482, which was a $500,000 or 50% higher appraisal than it was just 2 weeks before that when they were the owners.
I totally believe it. I just really feel like white people or non-black people just are consumed with what they see on television, things they've been told by family members, their ancestors, and they just really don't know how we live. They really, some of my best friends, like I would say more than half of my best friends are non-black, and we have these moments like, I didn't know. Oh my God. Like, you see the whole process where they just believe that we live in a way that is a lot different than them. And so it's just really sad to think that, I mean, even with my son being in school and play dates and stuff, like those moments are so crazy because they have such a different view of what we are like in our homes. It's sickening to me.
Yeah. I agree. I'm really glad that America's president, Joe Biden, spoke on that and said that he would definitely be launching some initiatives to try to even out the playing ground, because I mean this country has a history of redlining. They have a history of doing this to families of color, and so he said that he's definitely going to look into it and make sure that things are implemented to help to bring some fairness to the housing discrimination that's happening across the country. So, and speaking of housing discrimination, I gotta go. I gotta go. But no, it was a wonderful show. It's been a crazy, crazy week. There's a whole bunch of other topics that we didn't get to cover. These were the highlights of the week, and we don't have a challenge this week. This is almost the first week in 2021 that we don't have a challenge. So I was ready to do something strange for a little change, but there's no challenge, and I'm definitely not doing the super glue challenge. Like I'm already gone, almost gone. I'm definitely not about to ruin the rest of my follicles. But it's always great to see you guys, and we will be back on the next episode to bring you what's popping in the industry and going on around the world and in our country. in the news and on social media, and probably talk about some sports or not.
Yeah,
because we're not into it. So God bless you. Thank you guys, and thank you guys for tuning in for Social Distractions. I'm Mike Mizzle. That's Cecily Jamela, Tony P, Ryan Loomis, and we are out.
Thanks.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.